No worries.
No.
So the creator economy is not a trend. This is happening for years, and the trust of people is shifting to creators. So another number we see here from research from Nielsen: 92% of consumers' recommendations are happening from people, not from branded accounts. And here there are three different reasons why you should work with creators in terms of content and in terms of reach. With creators, you can reach audiences that institutions or brands can never reach. Let's say we give the example of the council. We saw the article before. The council can never reach EU critics, people who are critical about the European Union, about the idea of the Union is strong, and we need this Union to flourish as the European Union together. They will never reach these critical people, but creators' personalities can reach these audiences that you can change their opinion. If you check your LinkedIn page or the institutional LinkedIn page, you will see that people who like your posts are mostly people who agree with you, people who knows your brand, and people who already maybe a customer or they agree with your opinion. If you want to reach new people and change mindset, change behaviors, you need to reach the people that are outside of the bubble. Creators can help you with that. Creators, the second thing, can help you with authenticity. It's when you have an institutional talking to people, it's a vertical relationship. It's a relationship that uses dry language, that uses really heavy wording, a lot of heavy lexicon. I'm sure you're used to it if you're in the Brussels bubble. Creators use their own voice, use their own words, their own way of creating videos. So it feels more close to people rather than an institutional talking to you. And lastly is the creativity. And when I talk about creativity, I'm talking about mainly understanding the platform's features. For us, we are communicators. Some of you are responsible for internal communication, for newsletters, talk to different partners, dealing with the website, dealing with content on LinkedIn, carousels, whatever. You have a lot on your plate, and creating reels is already something huge that needs a lot of time, a lot of skills. Um, if you go through NGOs or institutional videos and compare them to creators' videos, you can see the difference. So creators can give you this access to creating creative reels that reach people, that are entertaining, that are relatable. So this is mainly the reasons why this is something, not a trend, something that is happening, and it's something that is here to stay, which is communicating people to people instead of not instead by, but added to the institution to people. I will mainly in this presentation give you now some quick tips, and I will open the floor for questions, because I think that's more it can be more helpful than just me presenting and talking. So just ahead, if you have any question, I would really like if you open your camera and you let us know directly. That's the interaction is much better. I will jump now to the practical tips, but after the tips, be ready to open the camera. Hopefully, that would be much better. So the first tip, which is identifying the different categories. For creators, we only think about macro or mega influencers. So macro are between 100,000 and 1 million, or 1 million plus. And most of institutions or brand work mainly with bigger influencers. Macro or mega, or sometimes micro, which is 10,000 to 100,000. But what I can give you as a tip, please work with nano influencers. Nano influencers are between 1,000 to 10,000. If you have an organization that is niche, that works maybe on culture and the environment, works on LGBTIQ plus rights, equality, try to identify creators that have similar values and they're not that big, that they're less than 10,000. Those are easy to approach. They are more willing to work with you if you can offer them different experiences. And mostly they're not as expensive as the other mega or macro influencers. And the algorithm changed on Instagram, especially on Instagram, that the followers count doesn't matter anymore. So if you open any Instagram account and you want to see how big is that account, please don't look at the numbers of influencers, numbers of followers, because that's really a poor indicator of the account's health. I will give you an example actually of my account. Can you see now my account? Perfect. You see, I started this account almost 2 years ago. I have 6,000 followers, but the numbers of views here are much higher, like 100,000, 300,000, 13,000. You can see that this account have healthier. I'm self-promoting myself here, but you can see by the numbers of views here, you understand how big is that account. If we go, let's say, to the council, since we talked about it. The council have 400,000 followers on Instagram. But does that mean that they reach for 100,000? No. The average view is around 40,000. They have now 160,000. The average view is around 40, 50, as you can see here. They have different bangers here, but you can see from average, let's say, views, how big is that account. That's, I think, a really important tip for you to understand how big the account is. So my first tip, work with nano influencers. The second tip is understanding the difference between creators. So we have either a creator that is showcasing their personality, a creator that is putting their face as the front, or we have pages that are run by creators, but it focuses on the art craft itself. It focuses on the product that they're delivering. It focuses on the creativity that they show on their art. So there is this difference between both of them, and both of the pages have different ways of approaching creators. If you want to collaborate with a creator that the account is based on his personality, I advise you to look back to his content. Try to filter different collaboration he made. Try to understand, does he uses a language that you don't agree with. Some creators are more authentic. They use, let's say, they curse in their videos. They showcase more of their personality, which it can work with different brands, but maybe it doesn't work with your brand. So when you work with a personality focused creator, invest more time to check the content. It's really important because you're kind of linking your reputation with the influencer reputation, at least in the short term period. So here the advice is check start by checking the numbers of views, like I mentioned, and check different collaboration he made. So if a creator collaborated with the commission, or collaborated with the council, or collaborated with big brands, like, I don't know, like Adidas or these big brands, it means that this creator is already vetted by by these big institutions or big brands. So the second thing to search for is these collaboration. A healthy thing that a creator already collaborated with institutions or brands. If he doesn't have that, I would invite you to check his content yourself, watch some videos, and see if it fits or not. The other type of creators which is a theme page, like I told you, it's based on the artist, based on the product that they create. Here it's less risky because it's the page is not linked to a personality per se, but linked to a craft, linked to a product, linked to some art. I saw a great example of PSG, the Paris Saint-Germain, doing a collaboration with an artist, and it really, like this one. There is an artist that creates these anime videos. So he created an anime video for Paris Saint-Germain, and it was type of collaboration. As you can see, this is the actual artist, and he's an artist, and he works with different brands also. So also put that in consideration, that artists and people who create this kind of products, they are also considered as creator, as influencers that you can collaborate with. This is the second tip. The third tip is ask a friend. We usually forget this, but the closest and easier way to find the creator is asking friends. If you have an intern in your organization or institution, ask them to share with you his favorite or their favorite influencers. If you have like a younger colleague or a younger nephew or whatever, ask them who are the creators that they follow. Trust me, usually you will find friends, sometimes even more efficient than consultancy, or more efficient than communication agencies, if you want to do that. What we do, also, I work with the commission. What we do is we ask colleagues, if you have also in your institution, like, we want a Polish influencer. We don't understand Polish, so we ask a Polish colleague to vet the influencer's content, to give us Polish names, and this is the best, honestly, the best advice. It's so simple, it's so obvious. So please consider a friend, I would say. A fourth tip, which is, I don't know why people don't realize this, but you see when you open an account on Instagram, there is that button on the right that you can suggest different creators' name. If I open, we will stick with this creator. If I open this creator, as you can see, I pressed in this button here. If I click on that, it will give me suggestions of similar artists like him. This is another probably artist, anime artist, that maybe you like the first one and you want to collaborate with other artists. It can be useful to do that. So if you have a name of influencer, then you can start your search with, let's say, we will work with Abe. He's a youth influencer, young influencer, that talks about policy and geography and all of that. If you want influencers similar to him, this magical button give us different accounts like him, and you can see, okay, for the first account is Julia. She's also working with the UN. She also talks about diplomacy. She was the youth representation of the UN, and in like 4 seconds, you can have a list of influencers with this magical number, with this magical button. Eleonora, another creator, she works in diplomacy and international ones. So you can start with one account, and that one account can lead you to different creators, and that you can create like a loop of creators, and you can vet them like that. I really advise you to if you are mapping creators, Instagram is the best one to start with this magical button. The last tip that I have is AI. And here with AI, it's a bit tricky because some AI tools don't have access to the platforms themselves. So if you ask ChatGPT or Gemini to give you a list of European creators, it will not give you a good result. I mean, we can use Gemini here. If I can give me a list of creators that talks about, let's say, environment. The problem with this prompt that is too general. European is too general, so it doesn't understand. Even if you're looking for different Europeans, you're not tied to a nationality. European is too general, so for AI, it will not look for the 27 accounts. What it will do? It will do a general look on Google, and it will give you some names. The names can be interesting, but let's say they gave us this account. This account is so she's an activist, she's an author, she's not a creator, and you can see she's more activist than a video creator per se. And I can go with other like examples that AI suggested. This is why here AI is not your magical solution. You need to understand how to work with it. Another name that AI suggested is Belgian activists. So it's more like climate activists rather than a video creator. So what I advise is, instead of having this general prompt, be more specific. So first, define the city or country that you're looking for, define the language of the creator, define the platform, because here we didn't say that we want creators on Instagram, we said creators, and define the topics. We just said environment, because the environment can be activist, it can be related to climate change, or it can be related to like other specific topics. So add the subtopics that you're looking for that are related to your NGO or institutions. And like I mentioned, the mistake that a lot of people do is not adding the country. AI gets messy because it cannot do 27 research at the same time. There are, if you go with this functionality, what is it? You can start another prompt if you have the paid version, I think, of AI. You can use deep search, but I don't know if it's open for everyone, and that gives AI more time to and more access to different websites. But even with this functionality, I would advise you to at least list 3, 4 countries that you're looking for. Um, be also specific and explicit. Are you looking for creators or institutions or NGOs? Because sometimes the AI will give you lists of environmental NGOs, thinking that is, since it's an Instagram account, it's a creator. So mention that you're looking for an influencer, a video creator. Um, the second, or here with the fourth tip on using AI is test and see. Don't just stick to the first prompt or first question and you're not happy with the results, but try to understand what it didn't work in terms of the prompt, and adapt it, improve it, and in that way it can help. Um, and the last tip is, if you really want to use AI here, try to have the paid version, because the free version and different AI model doesn't give you as much as the paid version. I have here a prompt ready if you want to copy it. You mentioned that first you are an influencer scout, so you're scouting for influencers, um, and you only want young creators between 18-35. You mentioned the city, you mentioned the country, you mentioned the platform, and you mentioned, like I said, the topics. You mentioned do not include institutions, NGOs, and give me the format in a table with name, handles, topic fits, and numbers of followers. In this way, you make sure that the AI is not hallucinating and sticking to your wishes. If you don't understand your wishes, because sometimes um, your boss will tell you, or you're looking for influencers in general, but you don't know the topic, angle, stuff like that, you can use AI in that. So you can reverse it and say, let's do it now. We will do the same prompt. Uh, 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 So we will do like reverse engineering to improve the prompt together here. Um, I want to improve this prompt. So what I did here, uh, um, I asked AI to ask me questions, so I understand my niche and what creators I'm looking for. Um, this is also another tip that I advise you when you use AI. Uh, try to understand what you want first, and try to ask AI. Let me just, because I will adapt it here. I made the mistake, but I said give me the list. I want to have a list. This is what I mean also, adapt your prompt. Um, so I adapted the prompt to make sure that he asked me the questions. Perfect. Mm, So as you can see, the Gemini asked me what is the angle that I'm doing. Is it about zero waste lifestyle? Is it about hacks for ecology? Is it scientist who goes on climate? Is it tech sustainability innovators? Is it activists? These different categories, I didn't even think they existed. as influencers who talk about environment. But when you ask AI to ask you questions, you realize, okay, I want actually the the tech aspect of it, because maybe I need to work on that. Maybe I will add here the zero waste life eco hacks. It asks about the vibe. Is it educational? Is it data based? Is it solution oriented? I will say educational. Then it asks about the platform. I will say Instagram. It asked, is it, remember when we talked about macro influencers and micro influencers? It asked, so I said micro influencer. The language matter, yes, English. Are you looking for specific EU region? So it asks about the location. Let's say, since it's easier in the UK, let's say UK. Now give me an updated prompt that I. So in the first task to use is to improve the prompt from I just want a list of European creators who talk about the environment to this a prompt act as an influencer marketing strategist. Uh, Basically, what I wanted with like different details of creators. And then it says, give them in a structural breakdown. So the name, the handle, how many followers, and a summary of their content. Let's try this together and see if AI will help us. I will put extended. I don't know the result here. I never did this specific research, so I will be as surprised as you are. And remember, also I have the paid version of Gemini. Whatever the result here, let's see. So Lara Young, she's an environmental scientist based in Scotland. Uh, uh, uh. This is her handle. Cool. This can work. She is a scientist and an influencer, so that's good. You see here in the bio, it's important. She said she's a Scottish Influencer of the Year. So this means that she got the recognition. She won an award, and probably that will mean it's more secure to work with her. That is because I can look about what is this Scottish Influencer Award. Cool, cool. It's legit. So this creator, it is safe for me as an institution, as an organization to work with them because they already won an award as an influencer. Again, I can look, they have 40,000, amazing. I can see now from her views are not the best. I mean, it's not bad, but as you can see, she has 44,000, but only 4,000 view average in her reels, which is not bad. It's normal, huh? But it's good to understand if you're reaching out to her and you're doing a paid collaboration, and the influencer will tell you, "Hey, I have 40,000. I want, I don't know, 5,000 euro as a collaboration or whatever." Give you a big number. You can tell her, yes, you have 4,000, but the average views are around 4,000 here. You can see. So And one last thing that I can tell you about AI, and maybe we can jump to your questions, is when AI search for influencers, they don't go to Instagram and search for creators. No, they build from different databases online. So you can see that Laura Young, they got it from a page called Top 35 UK Sustainability Influencer. This Ali Clifford, they got it from Top UK Sustainability Influencer also. So this is another top 20 British. So what AI does is they go to these already existing databases. Here, I will open one of you of this. There are these websites that acts like agencies, communication agencies, where they have a database of influencers and they make it public, but you cannot reach out to them only via their email. You can see there here. If you want to reach out to the creator, you need to go to FeedSpot to work with him. Here you can see that AI is building their information from these data sets. It's not going like I showed. Like if I were you, I will find this creator and click here, and I will find all other creators that works on sustainability. You see down here, and you have basically your list of other Scottish influencers that talk about health, whatever. So I don't advise a lot to focus on AI here. I advise to use it with other tools, with other ways, as one of the ways, but that will not be the only one. I think if you go on the platform, if you ask a friend, if you do initially that, it will be better than just focusing on AI. To finish with, I have three calls of actions to you. You can contact me if you want to work with creators or you have other questions. That's my email, or you can find my LinkedIn. You can follow us, Contentors, on LinkedIn. We're growing slowly there. And this is, I think, important if you are working on communication. We started a project called Contentors Circles. If you go to contentors.org, like I'm doing now, this is our website. And you can apply for our program now. It will finish in 4 days, the application, but we will extend it. What we're trying to do is building this network of creators and of NGO communicator. So if you work with an NGO, if you are in communication, this project is for you, where we're gonna teach how to basically create videos in a faster way, how to work with creators and match you with creators so you can create videos together. And that's it. That's my presentation for you. If you have any question, please open your camera, and I'd be happy to answer your questions.
Awesome. Yasser, I was even posting as you were going through the presentation some of the tips, because